Hello and welcome to the Daily Azeroth, Episode 4. This is Brennan, I'm Eric, and today we're going to talk about our favorite memories.
So, World of Warcraft, 6 or 7 years we've been playing. I think I started...
A good 6 or 7.
I think I started playing maybe a year before you did.
Yeah, because you got me into it, so...
Yeah, before you actually got into it, and I'd say my favorite memory was before you even started playing. It was my first ever dwarf hunter. I named him Battle Rifle, I believe, because I was obsessed with Halo at the time. So I don't know why I named him that, because I guess he was using the gun, as dwarves do. And my favorite memory is leveling him in Dunmara, just level 1 through 10. I hadn't gotten a character really past 14 since I started playing, and he was going so well. I did all the quests. The hunter was just one of the best solo classes, still is. But back then, it was just so easy. And my favorite memory was jumping on that hunter and knowing that day I got home from school that I was about to hit level 10 and tame my first pets. I knew nothing about it, didn't know how to do it, but I absolutely was blown away and loved the hunter after I did it.
And
I remember that was back in the day when they still had the training quest where you had to go out.
Yeah.
Tame this, tame that, so that you can finally complete it and tame something of your own. But I had the greatest memories of taming the boar, I believe it was, an ice claw bear, and I want to say either a leopard or a wolf. I think it was a leopard. And that was so fun for me to be able to do, and it got me really excited to get my own pet. I didn't know what I wanted to get after that. But I went with a bear. I tamed the rare bear, the Bjorn, I think it is.
Yep, that's his name. Yeah.
So Bjorn was the big white rare polar bear in Dunmara, and I spent maybe a good hour trying to find him. I didn't know what Wikipedia was. I didn't know how to, just a simple Google search to find him. I heard from somebody else that there's a rare one. I went and got it. That was probably my favorite memory, just playing on that hunter, having a great time, just enjoying the game when we were still young and didn't know everything about it.
And even if before... or rather after you even got me to, when I was doing Dwarf Hunters, to get Bjorn, and we went, like when we were Ninos, we went to get that Night Saber, and we went way out of our way to get those two pets at the time, Deathstalker. And that's a good memory, because now you start with a pet, and they usually suck and are stupid, but they're pets nonetheless. Like rogues get 2 swords now to start off with, and they don't learn dueling at level 10, and a lot of good improvements since those days.
Yeah, we'll have a video later in the future that's going to be talking about the changes Blizzard has made with Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm and how easier the game has gotten. They've literally kind of handed a lot of things to you. I mean, getting from level 1 to 15 used to be kind of a chore. Not necessarily a chore. It took a little bit longer than it does.
It was a chore for me because you know how much I hate that.
Sure, but level 1 to 15, we could almost hit that in one day. It's simple.
We do it all the time.
Especially with heirlooms, but since we do it without, even that's easy. But back in the day, it was a little bit too hard to be hitting 1 to 15 because there was actually a challenge to it. But now it's just you fly by and all that magic's lost. And so my favorite memory, obviously, it was way back when the game first came out, and I didn't know as much about the game, so that's why I really like it a lot, because I miss those days.
Yeah. My turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so my favorite memory comes from the days of Lich King content. I've been thinking about whether or not I was going to say this one because I didn't kill the Lich King, but most definitely my favorite memory is going to have to be Lich King and the Road to, hands down. There were a lot of other memories that I have had that were good that, I was thinking of, and nothing came as close to Lich King just because of how I felt when I got there, and the excitement that I had to get there, and how hard me and my guild worked to get there. It was incredible to finally, because I watched many videos, so many people, because when I was doing it, it was still when the buff was 5%, so, or I think it was like Hell Scream's War Song, I think was the name of the buff. You probably don't know that, but it was a 5% buff, and then it got to be like 10%, 20%, 30% of damage and health that you gain. So we were fighting them when it was still 5%, and I remember, I'll be honest, I was guild hopping back in the day because I was a holy paladin and I joined a random ICC 10 to just for fun. and then people would invite me to their guild and want me on their 10-man team, and I'd accept it. And then, you know, after a couple weeks passed and we didn't get really anywhere past the first half, I don't even think we got past Blood Queen on most of them, you know, I'd leave and try and find a better one. And, you know, that's a bad thing for me to admit, but I wanted to kill Lich King as much as the next guy. I mean, everybody had the same goal. We all wanted to kill him. And it was just so remarkable for the team that I had. We had a Druid tank, main tank, and a Death Knight off tank, and those were just the most memorable times to kill, to get up to the Lich King, do Syndra. I think Syndragosa was my favorite boss other than Lich King in that instance, raid rather, and just there were so many good memories I've had. And when we finally reached him, my adrenaline was pumping. I was watching all the intro text and everything, and it was incredible because from every video that I watched prior, just to see it actually happening to me on my own screen with me in control was just it's just remarkable for me to do as a player, and it was one of my greatest achievements. And like I mentioned, we only got him down to, I want to say, around 33%, but just the task at hand, which it was, because as a paladin healer and, you know, the tank healer, because back in the day where it was more specified towards tank and raid healing, I had to take care of both tanks and do the debuffing on, I forget the mechanic, the one where you send a guy towards the zombies and then you debuff and then it goes to the zombies and it helps damage them. I forget what it's called, but I had control of that too, so that was impossible for me to do all three tasks like that. Beacon of Light can only do so much at that time, so that's my favorite memory for sure.
Yeah, and I wish you would have read the book Arthas that I gave you. If I ever had a chance that I was killing the Lich King, I think I would probably have just as, or if not more,
you'd have more fun because you know
an adrenaline rush. Because yeah, having the lore behind Arthas, it was incredible to say, oh, we're about to be killing this guy. He's the most profound, evil character in all of Warcraft. And to be just upfront with, hey, I'm about to be killing this guy, or at least trying to, very surreal. Very surreal for a player who's played Warcraft. Would never imagine, hey, I'm going to be on my own character in a game to actually kill this guy. And it felt very real. And for the people who have killed him, I've heard great stories about it. We get really into it.
Yeah, and nowadays it's not as fun because apparently, I still don't know this for sure, but the raid finder that they have now, I killed Deathwing and they gave me the achievement full of Deathwing, but you're telling me that Deathwing's death is in the next expansion. So I don't know how that's going to break out, but I just don't think that it's right for you to be doing it in Raid Finder. And I understand that it's like different because there's like Raid Finder weapons, and like when you have an item equipped that you get from Raid Finder, it says that when people inspect you. So you don't get the guild achievements that you would normally, but I just don't. I like Raid Finder and I like the idea, but not on endgame content, not on DS and stuff that you need to work for. Like I geared up my priest in like 2-3 days to do Deathwing. Like if that was Lich King, it would have taken me like 4 weeks to get that.
And that's why I say I don't think that was the right thing. Either they were testing it, or that was just a, oh, he's dead. Wait till the actual thing comes up, because you would not have a pug group.
No,
that just goes in there for the first time and says, "Oh wow, we just killed Deathwing."
And that's what I mean. It was so swift and easy. It was like there were no assignments. Like I mentioned, raid and tank healing. I was with 4 disciplined priests and 2 holy paladins. I mean, that was my healers. It's like we all had bubbles, so all the it was just totally unorganized. But everybody knew, I guess.
In the new expansion, the Mists of Pandaria, the trailer would say that we're gonna finally defeat Deathwing.
Yeah.
So unless Blizzard really tried to fix a mistake and just said, hey, let's have them kill Deathwing in this expansion and have a total mystery come in the next expansion that they don't even see if Deathwing would actually go down this expansion. But there was no huge announcement that, oh, he's going to be in this raid. You heard nothing about it, you know? So
it's almost like the end game boss for Cataclysm is Ragnaros. And that really upsets me. Because for them to bring back a level 60 raid, as much as I knew that I mentioned that I like that, but I just don't think that's right for it to be an endgame boss like that. It just doesn't fit.
No.
It doesn't fit at all.
Alright, what you are probably hearing right now in the background is the song Legends of Azeroth. It was the old login screen music. We chose this one because we're talking about our favorite memories in the game. Memories go all the way back to the release of the original game for most of you. and most of you know that original login screen was probably the most magical, the best one. Every time I hear it, I think of creating different characters, logging into the game, still not knowing exactly how to play it or what it's all about. So I definitely miss hearing that in the login screen. I wish they would bring it back for the next expansion for sure.
Yeah, as much as I love seeing, you know, the dragon and the login screen, it's just the nostalgia from those, from the original and from the Burning Crusade portals were just unreal.
Yeah, I would even take a new login screen picture.
I know.
Just give me the old music. But you know, they're gonna have something new. It's gonna be totally different. They never really have gone back to. People have always said to do that, to go back to the original one, but they don't want to do that.
No.
Secondly, I'm wearing an Alliance shirt. I know we are very Horde right now, but I gotta be completely honest. I love both factions. I switch a lot. If I get bored on the Horde, I'll go to Alliance and say I love the Alliance because I love both. So
yeah,
I have a shirt of each, but decided to wear the Alliance today, and
unless you really persuade me to go Alliance, I'm gonna stick Horde. Not because I love Horde, like I mentioned, I'm not about the lore. It's just that I have all characters with all the money, all the heirlooms, everything that I have is stuck on the Horde, so I'm not going to spend the $20 or whatever to throw everything on the Alliance.
I'm not asking you to go to Alliance. It might happen eventually where you hit a certain point.
You know what I mean.
Yeah,
so.
you get sick of the same faction over and over and over, and you just kind of want to be on a different thing. But yeah, we're definitely Horde right now, so don't mind that. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
I got nothing else to say.
Okay.
So we appreciate you guys watching. As always, any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below. We still need topics. We need to know what you guys think. We want to know everything that you guys are, anything that you guys think. Comment.
Yeah.
And
if you have a video suggestion, favorite this, favorite that, or if you want to just reply to this one or some of our last ones, say share your favorite in a video response, just a comment, share your favorite memory in the game you've had. Maybe it goes back to the original like mine, or maybe it's just an expansion to go like his. It could be anything profound that you remember in the game that you really, really would like back, just to have it once more. But yeah, any likes, subscribes, views that we get mean a lot. So if it's as easy as just clicking a like while watching this video, that's all we need.
Right above here.
Yeah.
And we stress all the time that we want it to be as interactive with you guys as possible. So we really mean it when we say to comment down your favorite memory, because I love hearing your guys' stories and I love hearing people talk about WoW. That's why we're doing this, for you guys to listen to us talk about WoW. It's fun for us. It's even more fun for you. So let us know why it's fun.
And lastly, just
enjoy tomorrow's video.
Yeah, get ready for
it.
Us to be subscribing daily. We try to comment. We will be commenting as much as we can to reply back.
I reply on everything.
Yeah, reply back on any comments you guys leave. So don't feel like your comment's going to go unseen or anything.
Right. And we have done daily so far, and we're going to continue to do daily. So we promise you that it will be daily. So there's a good reason to subscribe, because you know it'll become daily. And I post a bulletin on YouTube when I upload, and I post this on Reddit every time I upload a video. So look forward to it, guys. This is getting pretty long, so we appreciate you guys watching. See you tomorrow.